So during this service, I want you to kind of hold on to your little white stone. This is a special time because it takes all of our yearnings of our hearts, all of the aspirations of our souls, and it brings it right down to the here and now. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get out there. Sometimes I kind of get abstract, kind of out there and a little bit in the vague sense of things. But you know, sometimes you need to bring things down to this now moment. And this is your opportunity to do it. So I want you to just think for a moment about how you have overcome this year. What kind of experiences have you had this year? You know, when you went through this year, and as you're thinking about this year, sometimes you might be self-judgmental, and you need to let that go, because remember that time when you graduated from high school, you had the cap and gown, and you had the diploma, and you didn't go, oh, you know, in my sophomore year I made a mistake on a test, or I got a C instead of a B in a class. No, you made it through. You were the overcomer, and now it's complete. You have succeeded in the year 2017. I have succeeded in the year 2017. Together? I have succeeded in the year 2017. And I accept my diploma. Together? And I accept my diploma. So take on the fact that you are the overcomer. It's no accident this is the weekend of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. And this is a time in which we get in touch with how much has been overcome in our society and needs to be overcome. How many steps have been taken and need to be taken. And it's important for us to be aware of the social justice in this world. And then to take that and to internalize it and see that we are the overcomers ourselves. The ones who are struggling. The ones who are the overcomers. The ones who need to take our aspirations and our desires of our heart and put them to work in our lives, in our souls, and in our worlds. That's what this service is about. And every year we evaluate the year behind us. You know, I often share about my friend who used to give letter grades to the year, and he found years later that the years that he rated F were very good years, and the ones that he gave A's to weren't so great. That it really is a matter of how much you grew and how much you learned. And so the overcomer in you was successful. And since you are the overcomer, the quote from Revelation said, you receive hidden manna. Let me read this again. To whoever has ears, listen to what the Spirit's saying. To the one who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna, and to them I'll also give a white stone with a new name written on it that is only known to the one who receives it. Now, as I shared a moment ago, the hidden manna is that daily bread. It's the same word Jesus used in the Lord's Prayer that arrived on the ground in the desert as the children of Israel were traveling from Egypt to the Promised Land. And it's that now moment experience that can't be stored up. It's something you have to experience new every day, every moment. And that manna is that revelation that comes into your heart and your mind and then sustains you and guides you as you make your journey through this coming year. I think about the words that I received last year and how much they meant to me and how the meanings kept opening up and how what I thought it meant, well, there was always more and maybe something a little different. So now you need to have an attitude that's playful, that's childlike, that Jesus talked about. The kingdom of heaven is like becoming as a child. And so have that playful attitude as you're receiving this word for the year. The rest of the quote beyond the hidden manna is about receiving a white stone. And this is about something that happened in the time of Jesus, where whenever someone was freed from prison or from slavery, they were given a white stone, and it was blank. And then they were given a new name. And no one knew it but the person who received it, because it was their new spiritual identity. When you've overcome something, when you've been freed from the prison of the sleepwalking through life and the limitations, the slavery of the negative consciousness that you've been in, and you're moving into something new, you get a new identity, and you get a new start. And that's what this symbolizes. Every year, Lynn leads the White Stone ceremony and talks to us about what it means to her. And also, she shares with us a meditation which opens us up, makes us receptive. But I ask that you, when she leads you through this meditation, that you just take it open and that you don't think about it too much, and you just let it be. A woman came through the line at 9 o'clock and said, you know, last year I didn't get my word until June, and then it was just because I just decided I'm going to have a word. And she said, you know, I have a feeling, which is an improvement over last year. I said, what was your feeling? And she shared with me this wonderful image she had. But she didn't think it was the word. But it was. It was. The word was wind, because she saw herself with the wind blowing through her and her coat blowing in the wind. And I could just see and feel how this is going to speak to her as the year goes forth. So many different levels and layers of meanings. So, be open, be receptive, and let this white stone ceremony take you through the year. This is your year. This is your possibility. And it's you, and you're worth it. And so I'm going to invite Lynn to come on up and share with us about the white stone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy 2 weeks into our 2018. It's a wonderful sunny day. I have to stop there. You know, every year when I think about doing the white stone ceremony, I try to get in touch with what the theme is. You know, what is the theme for me in my life? What is the theme for us as a spiritual family, a spiritual community? What is the theme for our country? What is the theme for our world, as best as I can get in touch with that? And the thing that came out this time was breaking free from the drama of life. You know, perhaps our drama in the world is a little bit louder this last year than it has been before, and we've had lots of opportunities to do something with that one way or the other. But here we are in a new year, and we have the opportunity, we have the new energy of the new year. We've released the old year, and this new energy of 2018 is here. And we're standing on the top of the mountain of the new year. And if you can kind of imagine with me, standing at the top of that mountain and seeing the rolling ups and downs, the rolling green, grassy, warm hills of 2018 just laying out before us. And we're going to be walking through those peaks and those valleys. We're going to be having those experiences. And the more we embrace that truth, the more we embrace that there are going to be ups and downs in 2018, and it's okay. And it's not the universe's job to stand with us here at January 14th, 2018 and go, okay, I'm going to level everything for you. So all you have to do is just kind of walk forward. That's all you have to do. We'd atrophy, right? Our bodies would atrophy if that's all we did. Our minds, our emotions, our spiritual connection would atrophy if we didn't have to lift a finger for anything. So in 2018, our embracing of the year, our embracing of our experiences requires two things of us. One is to ask. Ask for support. Ask for guidance. Ask for that experience of that connection within. And then action on our part. Action. There's something for us to do. There's some way for us to grow. And we don't grow unless there are ups and downs for us. Where we get a break on the ups and we are working hard on the downs. You know, people have shared a lot their white stone experiences with me, with Greg over the years, and I never hear much about, you know, I got the word joy for my year, and it's just been great. It's just been a year full of joy. Joy, joy, joy. I'm sure those stories are out there. I just don't hear about them. And it's awesome. It's good to have a year like that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But the ones I hear about are, oh my gosh, I got this word, I didn't know what it meant, I kind of struggled with it, and wow, I had no idea how that was going to impact me, how my experiences were going to grow me. You know, my first white stone word back in the year 2000 was friend. And I was really disappointed because it wasn't a very flashy word. And I kind of tucked it away for a while, and then in November of that year, 11 months later, I pull it out. I'm like, well, I thought I was going to have a lot of friends, and I thought this meant that all these friends were going to just pile in my path, and I was going to be, you know, entertained constantly. And what I realized is, oh, okay, so I've got this 3-year-old child, Rosalie was 3 at the time, and I hide behind her. I hide behind my momhood, right? So I let her have the spotlight because she's completely adorable, and you know, and I just kind of, I'm shy, and I don't open up to people, and I don't share myself, and I don't reach out, and I don't really engage other people beyond a certain point. So I guess, and I'm going to do my part, my action step of fulfilling this word friend that I received from the universe, because it wasn't my idea, so it must have been from the universe. Then I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to go, okay, I'm willing to open up. I'm willing to share. I'm willing to be vulnerable with others so that I can have that connection. Other stories have been about triumph, of overcoming. Last year somebody shared a story with me about her white stone word, which was actually a letter. So she received the letter P. So she was thinking, well, what could that mean? And the first thing that came to her that felt like it resonated with her was pain. Well, she didn't like that very much. You know, that's not exactly the positive word we in Unity like to receive for our white stone, right? But so she spent several months writing down different P words that were a little more positive, you know, and like, well, maybe this is it instead, maybe this is it instead. And she did this for months, and then she kind of, you know, just kind of faded away, and she forgot about it. And then in the last part of the year, she had a couple of different experiences. She had a medical procedure she had to go through that was painful for her, but she did it. Then she had a dental procedure that she went through that took a lot of healing time and effort on her part to move through, and she did it. And what she shared with me was, you know, if I had to experience the tiniest bit of pain in the past, I would mope and sulk and pout. I did not like pain. I did not want to deal with it. I did not want to think about it. She said, what this showed me is, I can do this. I can move through an experience of pain. Not that I'm asking for it all the time, but I can move through an experience of pain with grace and dignity, support, and strength and courage. She said, I have a totally different view of pain now. I have more compassion and more faith in others who are going through pain and moving through that experience, as well as for myself. It was a powerful experience for her. So part of our process today is to be open to what it is. And I don't want, you know, I'm sure your word is not going to be pain for the year 2018, but to be open to what is it that's going to remind me to embrace those ups and downs, to embrace that experience that's in front of me that's trying to grow me. And when I'm in a situation where I'm feeling a little bit dramatic, you know when you're feeling dramatic, you don't call the people who are going to call you out, you call the people who are going to emote with you. Those are those moments, you know, where you don't want to call anybody, or, you know, we binge watch Netflix or whatever. And to catch yourself in those moments and go, okay, so I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to feel sorry for myself, because I have to deal with this thing and the universe didn't just disappear it before my eyes, that I have to do something, I have to grow, I have to handle it. It's mine to handle, or it wouldn't be in front of me to handle in the first place. I'm going to give myself a little bit of pouty time, and then when that timer goes off after 5 minutes, I'm going to go, okay, now I got to go into problem-solving mode. Okay, let me touch in, let me journal out my feelings, let me sit in meditation and get into that space of clear thinking where I can tap into some beautiful divine ideas for how to walk through this. What do I need to do? What do I not need to do? How do I maneuver through what's in front of me to take care of? And those are going to be few and far between. Those are just the valleys. And we've got the peaks where we can go, yes, I did it. Here's my manna that I get to enjoy and take in now. And then I'm ready for the next one. I'm ready for the next thing that comes up. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to be scared of it because I know I have that inner genius, like Megan was singing about. That inner genius that is with me, that's part of me, that's helping me, that's supporting me. I have to ask. I have to ask. You know, part of what happens on the inside when we're going through something is that we kind of freeze a little bit, you know, kind of, oh no, this isn't working, and we have our faulty beliefs around why something is happening. Oh, I must have done something wrong, or I shoulda instead, and then this wouldn't have happened. And you know, that's the 5 minutes of emoting time and worrying, and you know, oh my gosh, I'm not perfect, and my life isn't perfect, and God must not like me, and all those things that are not true that come up when that happens. It's okay. It gets triggered. We're human. It happens. But then go, okay, how can I know, how can we know that that infinite presence is within us and through us, and we are connected to it in every atom and cell of our beingness, if we want some God out here to wipe all of our experiences away so that we're not doing anything but, you know, swallowing. You know, those are there to help us go, okay, God, it's you and me. Okay, inner infinite genius, it's you and me. And really it's me and me, right? Because we are just this expression of that infinite presence. How else are we going to know that that is part of us and that the stuff going on out here is nothing? It's nothing but whatever is ours to do, so that we can walk through it, handle it, take care of our responsibilities, our personal responsibilities, our spiritual responsibilities. That's what they're there for. So we embrace 2018, 2018, bring it on. Yeah. So the asking part. The asking part helps us turn within and tune into that spiritual core of us. And one recommendation that I have to help you do that is that book that Greg talks about all the time, I talk about all the time. We use it personally for many more years, and you've heard us talking about it, called Spiritual Power Tools, Support for Your Soul by Jane Elizabeth Hart. It's in the bookstore. This is a manual for moving through ups and downs with that grace and dignity and that inner connectedness, so that to the best of our ability we know we're doing what's ours to do. And we don't have to doubt, we don't have to worry. We might, but we don't have to. There are tools in here like journaling. If you think you know, oh yeah, journaling is a good thing, I should do journaling, I know it will help me. Read the chapter on journaling, and when you're in the valley, and it will help you go, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing this, I can do this. It will inspire you, it will give you that courage to do what's yours to do, to make whatever changes you need to make. On the inside, perspective-wise, or on the outside. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend that. So as we prepare ourselves, we've been preparing, as we continue to be open to what that white stone word is. I invite you, if if you don't still have it in your hand, to put your stone in your hands. And to just feel that, and to feel like that as an anchor for you for 2018, something to remind you of that infinite presence, that infinite support that comes from right inside of you. And maybe there are signs on the outside, but that which it resonates with is on the inside. And we listen, and this is just a let it flow process. It's not making it happen, it's not worrying about if it does or not, because your year is supported, you have action steps to take, you have the ability to ask if you never get a word today, or a week from now. You are supported. But this is our time where we gather with a desire for that support, individually and as a group, as a whole. We bring that anticipation, that joyful, courageous anticipation. And we open our minds, our hearts, every cell and atom of our bodies, our physical body, our emotional body, our mental bodies, all. And we just listen for that whisper. And if you feel something come through for you, feel free to write it down, write it in pencil. That works better on the stone. Just open to that. And if you don't receive anything to write down right now or in the near future, just let that curiosity continue to churn, continue to be receptive. Be listening. And in this presence right now, in this openness, we also make a commitment to that inner genius. That inner genius. And maybe our commitment sounds something like, I commit to you, I commit to cooperating with your guidance, which is also my guidance. I commit to not allowing myself to stay stuck in the drama of life outside of my heart. I give you permission to nudge me when I forget. I make this white stone my anchor. I will put it somewhere where I can see it and remember, so that when I forget, I have an outside visual reminder of my inner anchor, my inner genius, my inner connectedness to the infinite wisdom, love, intelligence of the universe. And we let our gratitude flow. Gratitude for that support, our gratitude for the faith that we have that it's there. The faith in the midst of any doubt, the faith in the midst of struggle, the faith in the midst of joy. Because it's always, always, always about strengthening and blending with infinite love, intelligence, and wisdom. And we say, thank you, God. Amen.
And now, letting go of all of the papers in our hands, we take hold of our white stone. That's what we need to be holding in our hands right now. And we take a nice deep breath and we let it out. And we lighten up and we let go into the now moment. As we get in touch with the promise and the possibility contained within this ceremony today. We once again become aware of the texture of our white stone. We know that what we're doing is taking all of our desires of our heart, all of the yearnings and aspirations of our souls, and we're moving with all of these lofty dreams and letting them come forth as our white stone word. And this will come to us later in the service, although some of us may already know. But right now, as we feel the energy, the texture of our white stone, and the energy and the life of who we are, we just silently pray, I am here. I am ready for my instruction, for my next spiritual step. I am open. I am aware. Move more deeply with this. Be here in this now moment, feeling the stone in your hand, gently opening your heart to the infinite presence. It's all within, all around you. I am here. And I am ready for my instruction, for my next spiritual step. And I am open. And I am aware. And I take a moment to remember that I am an overcomer. As it says in Revelations, to the one who overcomes, there will be given hidden manna. I am that one who went through the experiences of this year, who has overcome so many things. And I'm also the one who is open to receiving that daily bread, that hidden manna, the divine revelations and guidance. Have you ever received some kind of understanding or guidance? A realization, a revelation, and it just kept opening and opening for you. And you said, yes. That's what I need to understand. Yes. Now I see that. This is the moment and now is the time. I am open. I am ready. I am here. I am aware. And I am open. I am ready. My heart is full. My hands, as they touch the white stone, symbolize the receptivity of my spirit. I am ready to receive this new energy that will lead me through this year, through all the different experiences. And I give thanks. I give thanks for it all. Thank you, God. I am open. I am aware. And so it is. And we're going to take our offerings now, and we're going to ask that if someone could notify the children that we're getting ready here, because there's something important that we're going to do at the end of the service, as well as what we've just done. So let's just take our offerings and just in a sense of gratitude. I give in gratitude and I receive abundantly. Together.
I give in gratitude and I receive abundantly.
And silently. And again aloud together. I give in gratitude and I receive abundantly, and so it is. Amen.